Haven't heard from this girl in 17 years. Well, that's very sweet that you're hanging out. And also, we've been doing some music, definitely. So you can do some catching up. My last record was called The Heart Speaks in West Coast. But this song and this whole record is called Black Rainbows. So there's going to be a lot to check out in September. And there's one song out now, which is New York Transit Queen, my punk song. So, Harrelyn, is that you say your name? I hope you get into it. I can't wait for this song. I'm looking for time. It's so nice to hear from everyone. It's nice when I feel like I've been in the studio with my head like in it and in this project for so long, and then to kind of look up and see and feel all this love and feel this connection. It's amazing. Hey, Corinne, says Deanna. Hey, love from St. Kitts. That's my dad's island. Hello, St. Kitts. Hello. Last album was Hearts. Thank you, Daly. Thank you, David. And you've been listening to me a long time. This is so amazing, you guys. Can't wait to be back in Georgia. I love Georgia. I love the weather and I love the people. I love the food. Hi from Poland, Alexander. Thank you for someone said I'm pure joy. That's very kind. I do feel joyful when I come on here and see you guys and feel this connection. Yeah, I've been working on this for a really long time. As you know, I like to write my music, I like to produce it, and it always takes a long time to do that. And I feel like this is a really exciting time. It feels like a flower opening. So I'm happy to share my heart and share my stories and share more about the squirrel thing in Chicago that I just fallen in love with and all this history that's around. Love from Brazil. Hello. Nina Fanton Stevens, thank you. I saw something about Helen from my band, and was that an inspiration for New York Transit Queen? It definitely was. Like I do have that in me, that riot girl guitar music. That was how I got into music. I got into singing through two singers who I feel have a lot of similarity, but one was Billie Holiday and one was Kurt Cobain, and I discovered them at the same time. And they had this amazing texture to the voice, and that's what I brought into my girl band. It's sort of like jazz and punk at the same time. Hi from Spain, Paula. Hello, Ty. Yes, says Davis. Hi, I'm from Houston. Your music helped me through school. Well, thank you. And you're planning a wedding? Congratulations. So it's nice to hear people got some good news. Hi from Philadelphia. Our Philadelphia show already sold out, so I'm very excited about that. Philly is so strong for us, and we always have an amazing time there. So yeah. Someone says, I can't believe you're doing live. Me either, because I didn't really know how to do this. So here I am. But it's fun. I'll definitely do it again. Much respect from Keela. Thank you. Lots of heart. How does it feel to be releasing the album independently? It feels really good because I feel in a way like a lot of my records have been independent. My first album I made outside of a label at all. I made it in the bottom of the art shop just outside Leeds. So it feels like the same sort of thing. Like you can get lost in it, and then you get to present it to people. And I definitely had like a moment with a major label when talking to them. I had this talk with 30 Tigers, and I feel like they really got the record. So I handed it over to them. But yeah, I was glad to have interest from these different places, but I like to work independently. That's me, really. I'm from Philly. We're in Princeton. Yes, I'm coming. Chocolate is saying New York Transit Queen. New York Transit Queen, I love so much, and it's about Audrey Small, who won Miss New York Transit in 1954, and she just is this amazing rebel girl. She's done so much. She's in her 80s now. I did a big interview with her just before like the COVID times, but yeah, she done all so much, like so much amazing work, and she's traveled around the world, and she worked in Wall Street. Your older daughter's middle name is Corinne. Well, that's really nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations on your 5-month-old. Love the heart speaks and whispers. Thank you. Love how versatile you are. Thank you so much for saying that. I think sometimes people don't really understand that you want to be here and there, but to me, it's all. As an artist, I just want to be myself and just open up and be all the parts of me, not just this or that. Marcus says, "Are you currently based in the UK or US?" I live in the UK. I live in the north of England called Leeds. Someone called Winter says they're happy. I am happy too. That looks like Asian script. What kind of writing is that, Winter? Before, is it kanji characters? Hand waving. Argentina. I haven't been for such a long time. Buenos Aires and the beautiful parks, and I love Buenos Aires. Is the video from New York? Did shoot the video in New York. It was a few doors down from CBGB's, the old CBGB's, which is that mixture of like people walking past. There's not so many tourists. People on their way to work. It's kind of edgy and vibey around there. But yeah, I really like the area of the Bowery. Hi from Houston, Texas. Yeah, it's nice to hear that you guys are all in all these different places. Yeah, your music makes me happy. Thank you, Tallulah. It makes me happy too. And it's so nice to know that I've made this work and it's going to be coming out in the world. And I'm really happy to share it with you guys. We've had a blast. Yeah, I'm really glad. Here from Chicago. Hello. Hello, Stuart Mignon. Yeah, Mignon Stuart. I love Chicago. Chicago's been a really big inspiration for this record. The Stony Island Arts Bank there is where I went and immersed myself in all these objects. When I first went there and left, I felt like the objects were speaking to me. They were telling me their stories, they were telling me their histories. And so the album came from following those through. Thank you for your good vibration. Thank you. So it's helped me from dark times. Thank you. I love music for that. And I find that myself, it's music that helps you through. Music gets you through, makes us all feel connected, which is what life is about, the connections between us. Are you afraid of repeating yourself? Is this another song about New York? I guess this song's less about New York, more about this amazing woman I met who she was in this all black beauty queen competition in the 50s. There was Miss Subways, but it wasn't open to black people. It wasn't open to black women. So the transit workers in New York got together and made their own beauty contest. And she partly won, partly 'cause she's absolutely gorgeous and 6 foot tall, but also partly because she had this collection of artwork that she'd done. She was an artist, so she'd drawn and she'd painted. And I just thought, I love the way that she had all these different strings to her bow. She went on to be the announcer at Ebony Fashion Fair. She would, as the models were going down the catwalk, she would describe beautifully what they were wearing. You've been to Stony Island Art Bank, someone says there. I'm Virgo, Pisces. I am Pisces. I was never really brought up with star signs, but I don't know what Pisces is meant to be. But I think it's very sensitive and emotional, which is what I'm like. I don't cry every day. But sometimes I cry because I'm happy, which is good. So to Lulabelle, your music takes me away to a beautiful place. Thank you. Thank you. And someone else writes, and the Paris nights, New York mornings. So I'm really happy about that. We always play that when we play live. So yeah, I get to rock out my guitar on that. Why is New York Transit the first song of this project? I think there's no particular reason. I think we were in New York. We wanted to shoot a video. I feel like this is a good song for grabbing attention. Feels like I'm standing at the top of a building with a megaphone, saying like, "I have a project." So this this record has been played on radio stations, which is really cool. You know, it's 2 minutes long, and I think partly I chose it because it's really different from most of the work I've done, so I think it pulls people, yeah, or maybe surprises people. I don't mind doing. And then a lot of the rest of the project is soulful. It's kind of electronic, and then there's some more jazz pieces, or there's piano and vocals. It's very diverse. When I first went to the Stony Island Arts Bank, all the books in the library were in a massive jumble, and that's how I wanted the music to be. That it would be like you were pulling a book off a shelf, and this had its own feel. You would pull from another, and this had its own feel. Just like I would look through the shelf and see the rock churches of Lalabella, dance, math since the 15th century, recipe books about the pioneers going south, coming from the south to the west. So, yes. You're watching me from Japan. Is it Kohai? I love Japan. I've been in Tokyo and Osaka, but I would really like to be in the cities and more of the islands in Japan. So if you have any recommendations, I would really like to be in Japan again. Oh, that's very kind. Someone said I deserve it. I deserve the platform, which I really appreciate. Don't forget Montreal. I won't forget Montreal. We played at the Jazz Festival last year, Montreal Jazz Festival. I couldn't believe the size of the audience. It was an outdoor show. I think it was like 25,000 people. I mean, it was a free show. So they all gather in this square, but it's more of a rectangle. And you just look at the stage, it's just a sea, people, all the way back to the hotels. And I'd watched someone cosplay on it the night before from the hotel. And I thought, wow, we've got loads of people there. And then when I came out, and it was as full, and the audience was really listening, but it was outside, it was magic. So Montreal will definitely be back. You said, Mignon says, I read you in a rock band. Is it exciting to explore that style of music again? It is. Thank you. Somebody said they saw us at Webster Hall and we rock. I always think for people who've seen us live, they know that we do go to these different extremes because I think the live moment brings it out of you. You could be playing, we love to play like a star and have it really intimate and beautiful and romantic. But I just feel like there's 2,000 people in this room, 3,000 people in this room. It's hot, it's sweaty, everyone's come out, and we're all excited. The band is excited, and sometimes we just want to like tear the roof off. So we do get to that. And our drummer's saying he's a self-taught guy, but he plays in jazz, he plays in punk, and everything in between. So we kind of spiritual on. So I'm glad that you felt that the Webster Hall show was rocking out too. What does your music and body of work look like? Tony says. In 5 years, oh, you mean in the future, what will it look like? I really don't know. I think that's the amazing thing about music. It's like a magic carpet, and it takes you to places you never dreamed you would go to. And that's how I feel, getting to collaborate with different artists, to play on stage with Herbie Hancock or, Stevie Wonder, or I got to play with Wayne Shorter. I never dreamed of these experiences happening, and then fire me and fill me up. And so who knows what will happen in the next 5 years. I feel grateful I don't ask for any more because all my music dreams have come true. And this is brilliant to hear from you guys too. Your song stopped me in my tracks. That's very kind. That's really kind. It's nice to hear from you people. Very nice. I like that word heart-centered that's written. I feel like I'm heart-centered. It makes you very sort of porous and vulnerable, but I feel like you just it flows in. Someone says, what was it like to work with Tyler, the creator? I really enjoyed that series, and it was like I felt like I was translating the ideas that he had in his head into my version of that song. And then, Anna Love came in later as well. But yeah, it was great to hear his understanding of melody. And he was just super prolific. I think we came to the studio and then we went away for a few hours and came back and we written a whole track. I don't think that ever came out, but I just couldn't believe what he'd accomplished in sort of 4 hours. Really amazing. Hello from Korea. I love Korea. We love to stay in South Korea. We love to stay in Seoul and to visit the temple opposite this huge hotel where we often stay. Beautiful place. I always think when we go to Korea, it's a bit of a window into what fashion's going to be in the next kind of 3 years. I remember being there when all the people had, all the men were wearing short trousers. You could see the silhouette of the ankle in the shoe. And then suddenly in the UK or US, you couldn't move the style. It's like, oh, I saw this in Seoul like 3 years ago. Seoul is a very cool, forward facing place. Someone played Montrose Cunningham says I played New Transit Queen on the radio last night. Thank you for doing that. Thanks for spreading the word. I appreciate it. Can we expect any more tracks releasing before September? Definitely, definitely. I have a song that I'm approving the video of, or I'm just looking at the video in the next few days and making tweaks. But I had a really beautiful time filming it in upstate New York, and that's going to be the next one. So I think there'll be like at least one or two more before September. And then, of course, when we play our tour, the first few dates, we won't have released the album yet. So we'll be playing it to you for the very first time. And I'm in rehearsal now thinking about how I'm going to adapt what I've done, which has this colour and texture. How am I going to make it live? And how can I do something really special and different for you guys that really helps you to connect to people? I'm working on it. Kisses from Mexico. I've never got to play in Mexico. If you know a good promoter or a great venue, I want to be there. I want to be there. Have I performed in the Philippines? I'd love to come to the Philippines. Come to St. Kitts. I have to come to St. Kitts. My family is there. I know you have a jazz festival, so that would be a great place to play. I'd enjoy that. Tallulah's in Albany in upstate New York. Thank you. Thanks for all your questions. Rome, of course. How come I never play the Blackest Lily? It's one of my favorite songs. We do play the Blackest Lily. We play it a lot at our kind of outdoor festivals because we really get to tear into it. But thank you for recommending that. I'm always thinking of what to play in the show. They never seem to be long. We always have 90 minutes. I often play 2 hours. I often run the clock down but yeah, Blackest Lily is a good film. I do like that one. Carolyn Rick says you're one of my favorite artists. Well, thank you for saying that. Thank you. True, Blackest Lily. I will definitely come to Brazil again. Last year we played Rock in Rio, and I just was not prepared. That size of audience. I've never played a show like that. We played the Rock in Rio show that was based in Portugal because I think it flips between Portugal and Brazil every year. And I remember we Sting, and the crowd was huge, and it just kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. But our Rock and Rio tour last year was just raging. And I think if I had known, I might have changed it and I might have made it more full on because it was like an acoustic theatre show, but to, tens of thousands of people. But hopefully people could feel that we were there to connect. We did our best, but yeah, that was a big show. Countdown to the video. Okay, 60 seconds now. Okay. Well, I just like to talk in front. But I love making this video. Thank you for saying you love Emerald Green Classical Garden. I absolutely love that one too. This is New York Transit Queen. We shot it in New York with a brilliant skater called Sam. and all these amazing kids from Washington Square Park. They were so much fun. From the minute we started playing, we were just everyone was jumping in the club. I sang it so many times, nearly lost my voice. But yeah, it was magic to shoot it, and it was magic to record it. The album's called Black Rainbows because I feel like it contains multitudes, and that's what it's like. It's broad and diverse and an expression of colour and magic. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time. I hope you enjoy this video premiere. Thank you for hanging out with me. Bye. Thank you for saying Al Green. That was